which side is lying when Mamata Banerjee says that she decided to go in for the meeting because she wanted her points to be heard, but then her mic is switched off? She says I was not allowed to speak, versus the sharp counter now that has come in from the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, who says this is nothing but just an attempt to play victim. So which side here is lying? Which side is speaking the truth? And do remember this meeting, very, very significant, because this is essentially where you have all the states sitting in together, brainstorming with the government. The meeting is being chaired by the Prime Minister. And you have seen not one, not two, but at least 7 opposition-ruled chief ministers skipping the meeting. Mamata Banerjee, the only one who went for it. But right now, all these charges that you hear from both sides is making us wonder who gains from this politics. Let's listen in first up to everything that has happened on the story.
10 मिनट 12 मिनट बोलेंगे। अरे कैमरा पीछे करेगा। मेरे को बोलने को 5 मिनट होने का ना स्टॉप कर दो। ऐसे किसी from opposition side only I am attending this meeting because of a better interest that we know that cooperative federalism is strong. You got political bias, you are not giving the proper attention to different states.
And even as you have Mamata Banerjee raising that very, very serious charge, you have the entire opposition ganging up together, using this opportunity to come to Mamata's support. They also slammed the central government, accusing it now of trying to stifle the opposition's voice. The Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has also hit out at the Modi government, and he says that cooperative federalism requires dialogue and respect for all voices, not to treat the opposition as enemies.
The only lady Chief Minister of the country who was representing the entire India alliance, when she started speaking on behalf of India alliance, when she was telling that Bengal is not getting its dues, after 5 minutes, her mic was switched off. This is the biggest example how the voice of the opposition is being throttled, is being dragged, how the parliamentary democracy and cooperative federalism is being brutally murdered on the soil of this country under this Narendra Modi regime. We strongly condemn this.
வணக்கம். இந்நேரம் டெல்லியிலே நடைபெறுகிற பிரதமர் தலைமையிலான நிதி ஆயோக் கூட்டத்தில் பங்கெடுத்திருக்க வேண்டிய நான் ஒன்றிய பாஜக அரசோட மாற்றாந்தாய் மனப்பான்மை கொண்ட நிதிநிலை அறிக்கையால நீதி கேட்டு மக்கள் மன்றமான உங்க முன்னாடி பேச வேண்டிய கட்டாயத்துக்கு ஆளாக்கப்பட்டிருக்கேன். அப்படி புறக்கணிச்ச மாநிலங்கள்ல அந்த மாநில மக்களை பழிவாங்குற பட்ஜெட்டா தான் ஒன்றிய நிதி அமைச்சர் தாக்கல் செஞ்சிருக்க பட்ஜெட் அமைஞ்சிருக்கு. ஒட்டுமொத்த இந்திய மக்களுக்காகவும் உருவாக்க வேண்டிய பட்ஜெட்டை இந்தியா கூட்டணிக்கு வாக்களிச்ச மக்களை பழிவாங்க உருவாக்கி இருக்கார். இது இந்திய அரசியலமைப்பு சட்டத்தின்பால் அவர் ஏற்றுக்கொண்ட பதவி பிரமாணத்துக்கு முரணானது. ஒன்றிய பாஜக அரசானது தொடர்ச்சியா தமிழ்நாட்டை புறக்கணிச்சுக்கிட்டே வருது.
देखिए, नीति आयोग के आज के बैठक में इंडिया ग्रुप के मुख्यमंत्री नहीं जाएंगे, ये लगभग तय हो गया है, क्योंकि तमिलनाडु के मुख्यमंत्री स्टालिन साहब ने तो पहले कहा है कि हम नहीं जाएंगे. केजरीवाल साहब को जेल में डाला है, और भी मुख्यमंत्री है वो नहीं जाना चाहते. तेलंगाना के मुख्यमंत्री नहीं जाना चाहते, इसलिए कि नीति आयोग देश के विकास में समतोल नहीं रख रही है.
Now the picture is very clear that after the union budget, India alliance parties are very much agitated because the government had done injustice to the states, most of the states where India alliance is ruling. Clear discrimination. Therefore, we are not going to participate.
But sir, is it a surety given by the party like TMC and JMM that they will not be going to the India?
I think that Mamata ji will also not attend that. That's what my understanding.
And sir, what about state of Maharashtra, sir? Because you people are just formulating the things. You have attended the meetings also. The developments are coming in now. The Raj Thackeray is saying that he will fight for on 200 or 250 seats, and he will go solo. So new development coming in. At the same time, one of the leader, Ashish Anil Deshmukh, has said that he was earlier Home Minister, that he was pressurized by BJP lead, Deputy CM Devendra Fadnavis, to take the names of Aditya Thackeray, Uddhav Thackeray. How much do you
Nothing. This is.
And you also have the centre rejecting Mamata's charges, with the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman dismissing the Bengal Chief Minister's claim that her mic was muted as completely false. Now look at what she says. She says that every Chief Minister was allotted specific time to speak and everyone heard Mamata when it was her turn to speak. Then she goes on to say that Mamata Banerjee was trying to build a narrative based on falsehood. Separately, you also have the PIB that has fact-checked the entire issue and the claim, and this also comes under the Information Broadcasting Ministry, and that has called Mamata Banerjee's allegation as quote-unquote misleading. In fact, there is this post that has come in from the PIB that fact-checks handle on the social media. It says that the clock only showed that Mamata's speaking time was over and that even the bell was not rung to mark it.
Honorable Chief Minister of West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, was here attending the Niti Aayog meeting, which is being under the chairmanship of Honorable Prime Minister. But apparently she is now conveyed to the media, or conveyed through the media, that her mic was put off. That is completely false. Every Chief Minister was given their due time to speak. I wish Mamata Banerjee would please say the truth behind this, rather than, again, build a narrative based on falsehood.
And an online face-off has erupted between the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and the Congress's Jairam Ramesh over the entire mic muted charge. The Finance Minister in a latest post states that, Jairam, you weren't even there. We all heard the Chief Minister. She spoke her full time. The screen in front of our tables kept showing the time. A few other Chief Ministers spoke beyond their allotted time on their own request. Extra time, she says, was allowed without any fuss. Mics were not switched off, not for anyone, particularly for the Chief Minister, West Bengal, Mamata ji. She says that she has chosen to spread falsehood. Then Nirmala goes on to say, I was happy she attended, was happier when she said that she's speaking for Bengal and in fact for the entire opposition. I may agree or disagree with what she had to say, but now with her saying baseless things outside, I can only conclude that she is making an effort to keep the India alliance happy. Her statement, remember, has come after Jairam Ramesh earlier has said that Niti Aayog has been an attached office of the PMO. It has functioned as a drumbeater for the non-biological Prime Minister, is what Jairam Ramesh claims. It has not advanced the cause of cooperative federalism in any manner. He says its functioning has been blatantly partisan. It is anything but professional and independent. It says it muzzles all divergent and dissenting viewpoints, which are the very essence of an open democracy. It's a long post where it says its meetings are a farce, in fact, pardon me, he says it's a farce to be reckoned with. Its treatment of the West Bengal Chief Minister today, although typical of the Niti Aayog, is unacceptable. So clearly you have a very, very sharp fault line that seems to have been drawn yet again on the entire issue between the two sides. Let's introduce our panel of guests joining us right now. We have Priyanka Tibrewal, who represents the BJP on the show. Also Annam Venkat Ramana Reddy, who's the spokesperson of the TDP on the show. Arka Kumar Nag, who's a lawyer and a political analyst, also on the show, and Khaleequr Rahman, political analyst, is completing our panel. Priyanka, first up, let's begin by asking you, that is this nothing but an ego war? When Mamata Banerjee, a sitting chief minister, is coming out to make a charge as scathing as this, why are you casting aspersions? Why is she lying? What do you think?
See, if you just peep a little into the past, you will get an honest answer to this. See, this is nothing but not just Mamata Banerjee. I would rather say that the entire I.N.D.I.A partners are a bunch of perpetual and habitual liars. Now, I will tell you why did I speak about the past. If you just go a little into the past, you will see that this is the same Mamata Banerjee who's so fond of being in news for any action, whether it is good or bad, but she has to be in the news. So whatever has happened today was scripted. It was a drama. She was already prepared, premeditated, everything. And I tell you this why. Because in 2019 also, if you remember, in the same Niti Aayog meeting, Mamata Banerjee refused to attend, and she did not attend. Rather, she said that, these Niti Aayog has no financial powers to support a state, and it is fruitless for her to attend. Not just that, that was about the Niti Aayog. Apart from that, very recently we have heard that Mamata Banerjee said, I will not attend the swearing-in ceremony of Modi. Then she said that I will not attend the meeting held by the Prime Minister, and she did not even go. Then she said, I will not even go for the Ram Mandir inauguration. Then she said, I will not attend India bloc meeting. So Mamata Banerjee, like I said, is always having that habit to, grab attention. She wants that attention. She's an attention seeker. That is why she does all this. Now you see, there were other chief ministers who were present there, and some of them even spoke more than the time allotted to them because they asked for extra time.
But Priyanka, the charge is that they are all either BJP-ruled state chief ministers or from your allies, because none of the opposition-ruled chief ministers was present there. But you've put out your opening comment. Before I get in the TDP and Khaleequr Rahman ji, I'm told even the Niti Aayog right now is holding a press briefing. Let's quickly dip in and listen to what's being told.
Bharat is something that the Prime Minister has been emphasizing since Independence Day 2022. From the ramparts of the Red Fort, he said we should start preparing for a Vikasit Bharat by 2047. A lot of work has been happening since then. In a way, this is a part of that process. And to just make it more transparent and easier for all of you, we had in the agenda note circulated a document called an approach paper for a vision for Vikasit Bharat at 2047, giving justification, why is a Vikasit Bharat plan needed, why is this the opportune moment, do you think India has the capabilities, what does Vikasit Bharat mean, and what do we all need?
All right, so there is just a live briefing that's coming in now from the Niti Aayog, and apologies to all guests, because we just wanted to hear what was being said, and this is a larger message that the Prime Minister has put forward when it comes to Viksit Bharat. Now, Arka, are you not missing out the fact that, this was an opportunity for a lot of states to sit together to discuss the entire issue? The opposition wants to boycott. Mamata Banerjee says that, her mic is muted. Nirmala Sitharaman saying that I was there. And she's put out a very detailed record on the social media by saying that she spoke. So why is Mamata lying?
Well, before I address the issue, I would like to thank Priyanka ji for taking the issue of Ram Mandir, because we are, as people of India, we are supposed to thank the people of Ayodhya for the way they have voted. Now coming back to the Niti Aayog issue, last time when the Parliament met for discussing the change of the largest criminal bills, that was during the winter sessions of 2023, the country saw the largest number of parliaments being suspended, that was 146. So it is expected that the Modi government, which was 2.0, or the I.N.D.I.A government, which is now in session, they are basically not bothered so far as, what the oppositions have to say. And whether a 5 minutes time has been allotted, and if the point of Nirmala Sitharaman is, or the Prime Minister or the Niti Aayog is, that Mamata ji had the time to speak, I am sure that somebody would have conveyed that to Mamata ji. I believe there was no need of all this fuss outside the meeting if at all the time was given. And the Chief Minister had taken up the time from a schedule to attend the Niti Aayog to speak on behalf of the people of Bengal, where the people in BJP, Member of Parliaments of BJP, is constantly pricking the time and taking the time out and telling the world that Bengal should be divided.
Are you saying then, Arka, that the Finance Minister is lying? See, clearly, when you look at the entire story, there are two contradictory versions coming in. One that has come in from Mamata Banerjee, the other from the Finance Minister. Neither you nor I, or even a Jairam Ramesh was present inside.
The Finance Minister cannot be taken on record, because I believe that whether she was there or not, she herself is not aware of. Because what she says is only a mouthpiece of some others. She could not even contest the elections in the Lok Sabha, because
why are you making this personal? Why are you making this personal? There's no need to make this personal. It's a very serious issue. But let me get in Khaleequr Rahman ji before I also get in Anam Venkata Ramana, who's been patiently waiting. Khaleequr Rahman ji, you've seen a long post that has come in from Jairam Ramesh, reactions that have come in from across the opposition. And all of you today are putting all your weight behind Mamata Banerjee because it suits a particular narrative. But the truth be told, Mamata Banerjee decided not to listen to all your boycott calls and she went for the meeting in the first place.
Good evening to all my co-panelists. Good evening to all the viewers. In fact, because Mrs. Mamata Banerjee attending the Niti Aayog meeting, in fact, was her own call, but she went there to raise the issues, especially with regard to the states being totally ignored by the I.N.D.I.A government, except Andhra Pradesh and Bihar. But unfortunately, what Niti Aayog did, that after she spoke for 5 minutes, they switched off her mic.
But your own leader, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary is calling Mamata Banerjee a liar.
No. See, how can you call Mamata ji a liar?
No, I am not calling her a liar. I'm just quoting a leader from the Congress party. His name is Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, who's saying that there is no democracy in Bengal. He's saying the opposition voices are being stifled in Bengal, and he said Mamata Banerjee is a liar, sir.
See, right now we are discussing about the Niti Aayog issue, and you are trying to divert the issue from the Niti Aayog.
Why will I divert?
And when some panelists
there is clearly a problem. There is clearly a lot of politics being played, Khaleequr Rahman ji. Either you tell me that the Congress should take action against Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, you must sack him. If you believe Mamata, or you believe Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary.
See, we are right now discussing and debating about the Niti Aayog's behavior towards a particular chief minister of a state of our country, who in fact took out her valuable time from a schedule to go and attend the meeting.
Yes.
And one of the BJP panelists who is sitting here, she herself said the other chief ministers spoke well beyond their allotted time. And Chandrababu Naidu, as I was seeing on your screen, spoke for well over 20 minutes.
That is a claim. That is a claim Khaleequr Rahman ji, Mamata Banerjee is making. But now let me also get in the TDP representative on the show, Mr. Reddy. Now, Mr. Reddy, Mamata Banerjee claims that your leader gets 20 minutes to speak and Mamata Banerjee is asked to, just stay quiet after 5 minutes. So, okay, in the budget you've picked up, the largest, much like Bihar as the opposition is alleging. And because this is a government dependent on both the TDP and the JDU, but should there be this, kind of a treatment towards the opposition? Why aren't you listening to the opposition?
Yeah, ma'am, good evening to one and all, the panelists and the listeners. See, first and foremost, let me get one thing clear. The Telugu Desam, the state of Andhra Pradesh getting a huge amount of money from the center is all first, and the truth is that what the Congress had at the time of bifurcation, what they were promised, is what we have been given after 10 years. I don't know why the whole opposition is crying. Today, Andhra Pradesh is in mess because of Congress, because of the way they divided the state done so unscientifically. And today, state of Andhra Pradesh, Modi ji and N.D.I.A has come forward to help the state as per the Bifurcation Act, and everybody is crying right from all to the Indian crowd. What is this?
No, Mr. Reddy, are you saying that everyone is lying? Everyone from the opposition is lying, right from an M.K. Stalin to a Sukhwinder Singh Sikku to a Siddaramaiah. Everyone is lying. It's just the government, it's just the BJP and its allies that are speaking the truth. I mean, M.K. Stalin has said, do not treat the opposition like enemies.
Yeah, correct. See, first and foremost, all the I.N.D.I.A ministers boycott the meeting. Why only Mamata Banerjee? Why is she not a part of the plan? And why are, the alliance partners shamelessly coming and supporting her now? When she didn't attend the meeting, when she attended the meeting, when they call was not better. The whole strategy was that Mamata Banerjee comes out, walks out, dismisses the press, her version, Nirmala Sitharaman and Modi.
Okay, so you're saying this was an attempt to create a kind of a stunt or a drama. Before I get in Priyanka and Khaleequr Rahman ji back, Arka, in hindsight, there are a lot of occasions where Mamata Banerjee loses her cool, but when you're in public life, clearly there are a lot of things that are unpalatable. You have to do things that you do not like. And clearly there is no love lost between Mamata Banerjee and the ruling dispensation. But does this mean that when you are at that all-important position of a chief minister, can you be allowed to mislead and lie? Because Finance Minister, like I said, has again quoted everything that has happened in the meeting. Mr. Reddy also says that Mamata Banerjee just wanted to create a stunt.
So it is the word of Mamata Banerjee to the word of Nirmala Sitharaman. That is what it has.
No, but there were a lot of other non-opposition rule chief ministers and the I.N.D.A. allies present.
The track record of this government is to hate the opposition political parties, whereas, this political party in power had been saying to many people that go to Pakistan. This is the attitude this particular political party has. This political party is intolerant. This political party is anti-constitution. This political party basically is non-Indian or anti-Indian. It is time that all 2 crore BJP members should leave the country and go to Pakistan or Nepal or Bangladesh or Sri Lanka maybe. It will be better for them if they leave India. They can be better working for India without staying in India. It is better that they leave India because their problem is they do not know about our culture. They have a problem with the democratic structure, the federal structure of the country, and they do not want to be taught a lesson even after the people of India has given them a tight slap.
What do you achieve, Arka? Before I get in Priyanka here into the conversation, tell me what do you achieve by this? The point is people are not talking about, core issues that you could have discussed. Mamata Banerjee wanted to speak on behalf of Bengal. That has not happened. She wanted to speak on behalf of the opposition. That has also not happened. The only thing today that people are talking about is whether Mamata Banerjee is lying or she is not lying.
Nobody is interested that Mamata Banerjee is lying or not. It is a few media channels which are speaking like this. The people at large know what exactly the scenario is.
See, that is unfair. That is unfair. Arka, that is unfair.
About your channel.
Why are you going on the defensive? See, the point is, when you have a sitting Chief Minister, Priyanka, who comes storming out of the Niti Aayog meeting just in, a few minutes, and she is making this grave charge, we will ask the government what happened. Now, there has been this counter that has come in from the Finance Minister. But Priyanka, if I just, flip the argument on the other side, the point is that again and again, the government has not been very forthcoming when it comes to the opposition. Rahul Gandhi earlier in the parliament had also said, "Hamara mic band kar diya tha. Hame bolne nahi diya jata hai." So why is the entire opposition saying this? And are you demeaning the opposition somewhere? Are you treating them like enemies?
Not at all. When I started the debate, my first sentence where I mentioned that it is not only Mamata Banerjee, but the entire I.N.D.I.A partners who are a bunch of perpetual and habitual liars. And Rahul Gandhi is nobody outside. He is also part of that alliance. Now, see, I was hearing just Mr. Arka, he was talking about, being anti-national or saying something like that. To see how pro-nationalist they are, how pro-constitutional they are, that they want that people from Bangladesh should come and settle here in West Bengal for vote politics, and that is what they are doing in West Bengal. But I will not change the topic. Now I will also say that Mamata Banerjee, by going in this meeting, she said that she was there to raise the concern and issues which were in regard to the people of Bengal. We saw that nothing like that happened because that was not on her mind. What was actually on her mind was, she wanted to confront, because we have always seen that she is into a habit of this confrontational politics. For that, she demeaned everybody who was present there. She stood up and went. See, the screen was showing perfect time. Her time was complete when
But
she
see,
spoke.
Priyanka,
She
that
could
is
have
your
requested
version.
for extra
You know, to
time,
be
but she
fair,
did not.
that is the version that one side is putting out. There is another version the other side is putting out. And clearly the truth has to lie somewhere in between. But Khaleequr Rahman, before we also play out a response that has come in from the PIB, that remember is fact-checking Mamata Banerjee. Are you really willing to go at all lengths to support Mamata Banerjee? Because what if tomorrow you have a video that is being released, you know, from the Niti Aayog meeting, actually establishing what the finance minister is saying? Won't you get embarrassed? I mean, have you spoken to Mamata Banerjee? Have your top leaders spoken to Mamata Banerjee and understood whether this was a political stunt or this really happened?
Let me tell you this, first of all, this was not a political stunt. I am really actually highly disappointed that after the dismal performance of the BJP in the recent Lok Sabha election, the BJP still has not made the...
See, that is the problem, Khaleequr Rahman, that is the real problem. Neither the opposition nor the government is wanting to say that things have changed. You believe, you as in the opposition believes that you have the numbers. You've been able to curtail the BJP below 272, so you have won. And the BJP clearly does not want to give out a message that things are not as they used to be. Khaleequr Rahman, that is the truth. No, so it's an ego war.
BJP is trying to control in a totally undemocratic, unconstitutional manner. When a CM is there, she wants to, speak out. And she wants to present the case of West Bengal there, and she was not allowed.
So how do you know this? Khaleequr Rahman, you are blindly believing what Mamata is saying.
Absolutely, I do believe what Mamata ji is saying, because even what Nirmala Sitharaman ji has said, she said that because there was a monitor in front of Mamata ji, there was a time which was allotted to her 5 minutes, but she was going beyond 5 minutes. When Chandrababu Naidu can be given a time to speak for 20 minutes, why can't Mamata ji be given a time to speak over her time?
Okay, I think both Andhra and Bihar, though I do not know, I think Nitish Kumar was conspicuous by his absence. Priyanka, just correct me if I'm wrong. Was he present at the Niti Aayog meeting today?
Well, I'm not aware of this, so I would not be able to speak on this. I'm not aware.
All right, let's do one thing before we move ahead, and I get in Mr. Reddy and Arka back into the conversation. There's also a detailed response now that has come in from the PIB, and Khaleequr Rahman, please listen in to what the PIB says about the sequence of events as they unfolded at the Niti Aayog meeting.
The Chief Minister of West Bengal, however, was present, and she was also there. You may have seen some flutter here and there, etc. The Chief Minister of West Bengal had made a request to be given a turn before lunchtime. So I'm just putting facts on the ground, no interpretations. It was a very clear request from their side, because normally we would have gone alphabetically. So it begins with Andhra Pradesh, then Arunachal Pradesh, and then it goes on further down, because West Bengal would be W, which would certainly come post-lunch session. They wanted a request. It was in writing, and we actually adjusted, and the Raksha Mantri actually called her in just before Gujarat. So she made her statement. Every chief minister is allotted 7 minutes, and there's just a clock on top of the screen which tells you the time that is remaining. So it goes from 7 to 6 to 5 to 4 to 3. At the end of that, it shows 00, nothing else. Nothing else has happened other than that. And what happens is the Raksha Mantri just does that on his table. That's it. And that's it. And then she said that, look, I would have liked to speak for more time, but I'll not speak anymore. That was it. There was nothing more. We all heard. She made her points, and we respectfully heard and noted her points, which will be reflected in the minutes. So I thought I will get over that at the beginning, because I think that's what most people will be curious about.
All right, so what you just heard is a very detailed response, step by step, Khaleequr Rahman, that has come in from the Niti Aayog CEO, BVR Subramaniam, who's actually told us that every chief minister there gets 7 minutes to speak. And once you will see that counter going from 7 to 6 to 5, and then it just kind of stops. And that's an indication that your time is over. I think much the same has happened with Mamata Banerjee. Are you still willing to believe her and to support her and say her mic was switched off?
Niti Aayog is nothing but an extension of the TMO. And another
See, that
thing
is not fair. No, that is not fair. You don't believe them, they don't believe you. All of you are fighting, and what happens to the country and governance, Khaleequr Rahman ji?
There is a discrepancy.
You saying everything is fixed, Niti Aayog is lying, Finance Minister is lying, only Mamata Banerjee is speaking the truth.
Madam, there is a discrepancy what Nirmala Sitharaman ji has said and what the PIB representative said in the press conference.
What is that discrepancy?
Nirmala Sitharaman ji said that every CM was given only 5 minutes time, and he said 7 minutes. Who to believe?
No, you're believing Mamata Banerjee because she claims that Chandrababu Naidu got 20 minutes to speak, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Reddy, how would you now counter what Khaleequr Rahman ji is saying, that if the truth is that Naidu gets 20 minutes, Mamata just gets 5 to 7 minutes, is that fair? Just because Mamata is not an ally of the government, will you not let her talk?
Yeah, madam, on your debate, does everybody get an equal amount of time?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
It depends on the person
Absolutely,
speaking.
I vouch for it, sir.
Trying...
Everyone gets equal time,
Yeah.
so do not have a comparison with this and the Niti Aayog.
No.
There is no opposition, there is no government here.
No. It's not that. See, it is again, when you look, when Chandrababu Naidu starts speaking, people are bound to give him time because he talks sense, he is a visionary, and already in
Wow. So, Mr. Reddy, are you revealing something? Are you revealing something that will, that will get difficult for Priyanka now to justify? Chandrababu Naidu is a visionary. He's a different leader. He should be allowed more time. And so what if he gets more time?
I'm not saying that. I said this concept of having a 2029, 2030 vision document of AP was released 8 years back, not today. So what I.N.D.I.A is doing now is following the footsteps of Chandrababu Naidu.
No, I see. No offenses meant to anyone. We have utmost respect for Chandrababu Naidu, even for a Mamata Banerjee. These are all democratically elected chief ministers, Mr. Reddy. But then on one side, as per your claim, if Chandrababu Naidu can be allowed more time, Mamata Banerjee not being allowed more time, does she not have reasons to come out and say that the center is biased, Mr. Reddy?
Did Mamata Banerjee make a request for an extension of time? Already 8 chief ministers have boycotted. 8 sevens or how much? That much time was available.
There was enough time.
She could have requested. See, you don't request. You're not interested in speaking. You want to come out lunch and speak to the press, blah, the N.D.A. Cash the flight back because that was the plan. So that is a question of Mamata Banerjee wanting to represent.
Okay, Mr. Reddy is more vociferous than a Priyanka on the show. And this is interesting, Priyanka, because the TDP is saying, of course, Chandrababu Naidu is clearly more important to the scheme of things versus a Mamata Banerjee.
No, well, not at all. I would say that all the chief ministers have been given equal importance. Like I mentioned earlier, I would again repeat myself by saying that some of the chief ministers spoke extra as per the time given to them because they requested for it. But in the past also we have witnessed the arrogance, the attitude, the short-temperedness, the impatience of Mamata Banerjee. So that is the reason that she did not ask for extra time.
But Priyanka, you could have been more charitable. No, this is a government with a big heart. Give her more time. What is the problem? If a chief minister wants to speak about her state, what is the problem?
If you get up and leave without asking for a time, nobody will say that we are giving you extra time, please speak.
So, this is getting stuck. Ki permission nahi liya, bola nahi, aar ka isliye bolne nahi diya. I mean, what's going on? I mean, all of you fighting like kids, literally. It's the Niti Aayog. These are all elected chief ministers. These are important issues that the country is looking, at Arka.
I think the TDP spokesperson has made it clear, and good, bad, indifferent at present, BJP has to rely upon the TDP and the JDU spokespersons more than their own spokesperson. Because at the end of the day, Chandrababu Naidu is more important in India at present. And now there is no hide and seek to that part. Let's, on my behalf, the TDP spokesperson will buy a hide and seek chocolate biscuit and have it. But that is what the fact is. that Chandrababu Naidu is important. And now, from your channel, with this show, the nation knows. Thank you.
Okay, you're saying the nation knows, but the nation also knows coalition dharma na. Khaleequr Rahman ji, I'll just give you the last 10 seconds, sir, to close your argument. And what is your opinion of what has happened in the day? It's a day wasted.
You see, everything has come out very clearly. I really appreciate the frankness of the spokesperson of the TDP here. And he has, in a very clear term, said that because Chandrababu Naidu was given 20 minutes time, because he is very, very important for the N.D.A government. And other than that, all the other chief ministers, especially Mamata ji, who was sitting there, she was not making any sense. It was only Chandrababu Naidu who was making more sense because he's a visionary leader.
Okay.
We, in fact, as you said, respect all
and
the
even though Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary says Mamata is a liar, you're not willing to sack him. Nation also knows this, Arka. And it's been a fascinating conversation, quite